I'm here in my little greenhouse, and as you can see, there's no more space. What we've had to do is get a little heater, and we're going to be heating my outdoor little glass greenhouse. It's not getting too cold at night, so it should be okay. I'm going to be moving out a lot of these herbs and perennial plants that I have already up potted, and then that'll give me room to up pot some of these other things that are desperately needing to be up potted, like my peppers, and it will also give me a lot more room to start some more seeds. After just a few trips, I've got everything moved out here for now that I want to. You can look up here. This is all the spearmint and oregano. These are all my brassicas that definitely need to be up potted. Up here we have lavender growing really good, mint, and what's over there? That's the white sage. Here we have some bergamot, and thyme needs to be up potted. Some more of the brassicas. That's the broccoli there. This is the valerian. These are the catnip and the anise hyssop, which I really need to trim up. I've actually done it to this one here. You can kind of see it looks just really small and bushy. Oh. Well, she's okay. I think she's gonna make it. We just lost a piece. I'll cut that off. But yeah, so this one's nice and bushy. I'm gonna have to get that one in a new pot there. But these guys you can see are just really huge, as you can see this guy is. So what I need to do is just go in here, and I can cut it like pretty much all the way down to here. And then the bottom part's just going to keep growing more and more nice and bushy. So that's what I'm going to do to all of the catnip, as well as this anise hyssop, which is awesome because that is going to give me a little harvest of catnip and anise hyssop that I'm going to be able to use for my teas. And I'll share the catnip with the cats as well. And this little guy here, that'll all be fine. I'll just cut this little guy off and I'll take it to my cats for a treat. I don't have electricity out here, so I bought this little propane heater to help keep this above freezing here overnight. Put this attachment hose on it to a big tank because it takes just the little tanks right there, but they only last on low, they'll only last 6 hours, so I'd have to come out and change it in the middle of the night. This thing here will last us a few days. It's definitely not the most economical thing, but we need the space, so I'm just gonna have to make it work. I actually did have it running for a few nights ago, but we got really cold, and I put some stuff out here, and I'll show you. I did up pot a few of my broccolis. They all died. I brought out my extra onions, which most of them died. We do have a couple of survivors, so these are gonna be my super hardy onions. I had a few extra little things died. I'm not worried about it. This lettuce mostly died back, but again, some of it did survive. It got down to like -10 in here. So I'm going to go ahead and plant some of this out when I can. And then I did bring my chamomile out. And you can see these little tips here. This is where it did get frost damage, but for the most part, it is pretty unharmed. So that's really cold hardy. But like I said, it had gotten down to -10 because we had just the little small tanks on that and they ran out and it got really cold. I wasn't able to make it out to change it in time, so that stuff got damaged. So now we have the big tank on there. It's only going to get down to -3 overnight. I can put it on high if I need to and not run out. So the rest of this stuff should be okay because we're getting lots of sun. Like right now in here, it's over 20. I actually have the door wide open because the problem with these greenhouses is that they lose the heat really fast, but they get so hot when that sun is out. Actually up here, we do have a little hole there with a vent and a fan that we can hook up to a little battery in order to pull the air out. So with the door open, it creates a little bit of a breeze. There also is, you can have the door closed and just have the screen open. And actually one other thing I'd like to show you is this little thing here. I actually ordered this from Amazon. It is a thermostat and a humidifier. So basically it's constantly taking the temperature and humidity in here, and I have an app on my phone that I just downloaded for free. And I can go ahead and download the information so I can see each night as it gets hot and what the lowest temperatures are and see all throughout the day. It's on my phone, which I'm recording on, so I'll try to take a screenshot and show you. It's really cool how you can see the highs and the lows and all the temperature in between, and you can see when the sun comes up and when the sun goes down, how much that temperature actually changes. Another thing I have to be careful of is that these plants are not hardened off. So if I left them here on the shelf in the sun, they would all probably shrivel up and die. Just going to leave them out here for maybe 10-15 minutes. And then my plan is just to put them at the back of this greenhouse because as you can see, there's no sun here. I can flip this up here. And now I have a whole bunch of space here. And I'll just line them up on the back here for probably the rest of the day. And then every day I'll just put them out front and I can just harden them off in here. And then I have my table too just out front that I'll gradually be putting them out there, because honestly, with the temperatures as how they are, a lot of these brassicas are going to be going out soon. And now that everything is moved out, there is a lot more space in the greenhouse here. As you can see, everything's going to get a lot more light, although these peppers here, they all need to be up potted. So that's going to take up a little bit more space, but that's okay because I'm going to be selling a bunch extra. So I'll be able to, as I up pot them, hopefully get rid of some of them and have lots of space. These are actually some petunias I just bought as plugs. I'm going to try to grow my own, save a bit of money, and then it'll still be a little bit longer for the tomatoes until I have to up pot them. I did leave my onions in here. They are cold hardy, and the celery. I just really don't want to lose them just in case. A lot of the other things I can repot or buy, but these are hard to come by, so I'm going to leave them in here for a little bit longer and go ahead and start hardening them off and be able to plant them just right outside soon. I know I have a lot of work ahead of me. I have a lot to up pot, more seeds to start, the garden to get going. It is definitely the start of that really busy gardening season, but I love it because after the winter and all of that quiet time and downtime, we have so much energy and we're just raring to go that we're going to put that all into the garden and make it the best garden yet. And I'm really curious to see how heating that outdoor greenhouse is going to go. So if you're not already subscribed, be sure to subscribe because it's all a big experiment, and let's see how this experiment works out. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.